Hi, Star Potts here from Dreamweavers, and I'm wanting to talk with you today about ways of doing self-care, and particularly in this time of coronavirus, although this is true for any time, having a certain ability for touch is really important because, we're these human animals that really need to have contact. And whether you're living alone or whether you're in a situation that you can't do touch or you're just finding that you're not doing as much of it as you're used to, it's really helpful to have something that can help land our nervous systems and help us come into ourselves so that we're not with our shoulders up to here and we're not feeling like we gotta be on, which sometimes being in a disaster situation, which this virus is, can engender that kind of physiological response that's quite normal in an abnormal situation. So I'd like to just lead you for a few minutes through a meditation that involves touch, self-touch. So just finding a place to really get comfortable and bring your hands to your face. Now I know that they say not to bring your hands to your face, so make sure you've washed your hands first. And as you feel your hands on your face, just sort of trace the outline of your jaw and massage it. And as you feel that sensation, it might be that a massage would feel really good, and it might be that tapping would feel even better, or vice versa. So just tracing that sensation and beginning to give yourself that kind of touch. And then as you get that sense of massaging, just go up into your forehead, begin to really feel what that forehead feels like, and maybe even trace around your eyes. Those eyes that maybe you've been looking at screens too much. Maybe you're doing a lot of Zoom, or maybe you're watching TV, or you've been reading a lot because you're trying to figure out how to pass the time, or maybe your eyes have just been kind of scrunched with a little bit of worry. So just sort of you're acknowledging and saying, "Hi, eyes," and just giving yourself a little bit of time to just have touch. And then bringing it down into your cheeks and just really feeling in a very mindful and slow way what it's like to just acknowledge this body, this face. And then begin to bring your hands to the back of your head and just feel what it's like to just very slowly, very mindfully stroke your body. Stroke that head, massage into your hair. Really feel along all the places in your skull that are hungry for contact, and let yourself have that. And then bring your hands to your throat. And you can do this at whatever pace is right for you. I'm just leading you through it so that you can do it later if you'd like to take a little longer. And just stroke your throat like a penny that would slide down that throat. Just letting it slide down, and then bringing your hands to your heart and taking a breath into that heart, almost as though you could breathe in and out of your heart. And then beginning to give some movement, because when we're under stress, we tend to get really tight. And so if you can begin to bring your head to your right ear to your right shoulder, and then just reaching over with your right hand and just giving yourself a little stretch, not too much, just so you can begin to feel those muscles, and that left shoulder can start to feel what it's like to go down a little bit. I don't know about you, but I can wear my shoulders as earrings sometimes. So this is an opportunity to just feel that, and then extending your right arm up and just letting your whole body bend to the left side. And feel that all the way down your right side, all the way down to your feet. And if they're on the floor, feel it go rooting all the way down into the earth. If they're not on the floor, you might want to just allow that so you can feel that extension. And breathing into that, and then just letting that arm sort of drift down, and then beginning to bring your left ear to your left shoulder, and doing that same routine, just a gentle stretch. And then breathing out and extending your arm up. I have a little competition with my little tree here, and letting it really stretch up, feeling all those ribs down your side. Stretch out and all the way down to that left ankle and foot. And then letting that arm just drift down and rolling those shoulders. Really just thanking them for all that they've been carrying. We don't have to carry it 24/7. In fact, it's not healthy to. So just as you roll the shoulders, just allowing whatever's stored there to just drop off. And then give yourself a breath. So all that compressed oxygen that has been not having room to get into your tissues can come into those tissues. So the tissues have been contracted, we're just giving them room to breathe. Which comes back to the lungs. So people have been concerned about breathing with this virus. And so really just noticing as you arch back, what happens if you take a breath in. And then let yourself curl forward with the out-breath. And then one more of those. And then forward. And then feel down into your feet. And feel those toes. See what happens if you just lift your toes and spread them wide and then put them back down. And feel them rooting into the ground. And then lift your heels. And then feel them as if they're spreading wide as well and rooting them into the ground. So that you create roots like the four corners of your foot. And you can feel what it's like to actually feel supported by the earth and connected to the earth. Really reaching. Then you can flex your calf muscles. Feel what those muscles are like that are just designed to carry us around. Sometimes when we can get a little stagnant, we forget. And there they are, we're just saying hello to them. And then you can bring your hand to your belly and maybe another hand to your heart. And feel the breath as it expands that diaphragm. And breathe it all the way down, that oxygen, down to the belly. Feel those lungs also expanding a little bit. Rooting, grounding down into the earth with each breath. And then bring your awareness to your arms. So let them move and begin to feel that spaciousness in your arms and let that extend all the way down to your hands. And then just almost as if you're energetically washing your hands. We're all doing a lot of hand washing these days. So just bring some gratitude to these hands, maybe pulling on each finger, massaging them, feeling those fleshy parts, thanking them for all that they do for you, and feeling them expand into the space that you're creating that allows them to be the amazing appendages they are. And as you caress them, then bring those newly caressed hands to your face again. And notice the air going in and out of your nostrils. And then just let everything settle down. And see how you feel now. Hopefully this has given you a little break where you can really feel what it's like to be connected to yourself. And thank you for joining me with this. I hope that gives you a little bit of touch that can be helpful. Bye-bye. Till the next time.